there's a grab. But where we distinguish and we're different than I think a lot of other people that are quote unquote doing AI or in this AI thing is number one, I'm here to add value,
Yeah.
right? I made more money than my parents. So if I died today, I would live a comfortable life, if I stopped working. So it's not really about the money for me. It really is adding value, right? But the second part of that is adding value through innovation, Steve, which is we're in phase 1.0 of probably a 25 phased platform. I get good people like you. Now, good people like you are very hard to come by, but I get some people that are in a close second and third, right? Where people give me some great ideas and they want us to help them with this and that and all this kind of stuff. And some of them are kind of like, wild hair ideas, but some of them are really good that I write down in my little black book. And I'm like, you know what? That's going to be a good phase two, a good phase three project, right? So the reason why I'm telling you that is the way, kind of like what people say about China and some of the countries of concern, the only way we stay relevant is to add value and to continue to innovate,
Yeah.
right? As people provide, they have problems, they can't address a concern, they need help with that. If you're providing value and you're innovating, just like what you said, right? Man, I went online, I didn't even know you guys existed. And I was like, oh my God, you do all these cool things, right?
Yeah.
And it's like and when you first look at what we do, you're like, why the hell would somebody want to do that? Like that seems really complex and complicated. But then when you start pulling the onion back, you're like, oh, well, that's just that layer on that cake. And okay, well, there's a little ice in there. Here's a candle. Here's some sprinkles. And then, you finally get to the cupcake, right? But at the end of the day, you just had a regular old vanilla, batter. And you're like, wow, okay, when you put it all together, it seems pretty cool. But we really just started off simple just to solve challenges and problems we face every day. And you're going to continue to have those things, but in order for us to stay relevant, we know people are going to try to crack the code. We know people are going to steal the technology. We know that, patents are only like firewalls temporarily. We know that people are just constantly doing open source intelligence on the platform. And we know that, just like Jeff Bezos said with Amazon going out of business, if we're not innovative and we don't add value, yeah, I may be able to come in here and grow the company and sell it for $100 million in 2 years, but it'll be out of business in 3 years because it doesn't have value to anybody.
Sure.
So my goal is to always have conversation with folks like yourself, figure out what those pain points are, and say, yeah, I think we can do that, and this is how we'll do it. And as long as we stay relevant and add value, I think we'll be around for a little bit.